See, what it first sends the message is the health of the Saudi capital market. Certainly it was overwhelming for us. The feeling of thankfulness came to us. At the same time, you do get the feeling of accountability, about responsibility that you carry on. As I said, it's the health of the Saudi capital markets, the appetite of the Saudi investors. It also tells about the Vision 2030, how solid the fundamentals are on the ground for the Saudi Arabian markets.
Indeed. And was this 126x oversubscription a surprise, or did you anticipate that level of demand?
To be honest, we expected to have some demand. We didn't expect to be at 126. We knew that our fundamentals are strong, and that is the reason we went into the IPO. We looked at our own fundamentals. We looked at the things on the ground. We looked at the vibrant Saudi economy. We looked at Vision 2030. And that was the reason why we went in. Now, there were a lot of caution, Dan. People were talking about it. Hey, is it the right time? But we took our calls looking at our own fundamentals and went ahead with it. So 126 times, thank you, investors. Thankfully, we have got that. And we have to live up to their expectations. And that's the responsibility and the accountability we carry.
So the overall intention here is to raise about 600 million reals, equivalent of about 160 million USD. What do you intend to do with that fresh dry powder?
So it's basically a secondary IPO, Dan. So what we are trying to look at it is to make up our strong fundamentals. We are making up an access to the capital markets. We are getting into a mode of governance. And that's what we are looking at. And we have our future expansion plans that we listed into the business plans. We do have our plans. And that's the access to the capital markets is what our objective is to go forward.
Okay, so that'll be interesting to watch. And just with regards to the growth and development of the business, do you see demand growth more structurally linked to the non-oil sector in Saudi Arabia, or do you see more secular tailwinds at play? And then beyond that, how do you grow beyond just Saudi Arabia and the region? Is there scope for further expansion here?
See, Dan, today we are in Saudi Arabia. We are the leaders. We are by far the market leaders in the Saudi market. We hold up around 37 to 40% market share in Saudi Arabia. Now, 3 years back, we started diversifying into folding cartons. We are also into container board, which is the paper which is made for the corrugated. So we have a plant in Jebel Ali, Dubai for that. So we have started expanding that. So our core competence is corrugated, for which we have the market share. So we are looking at the geographical expansion. And we started our expansion in UAE. And then we are planning to go ahead with the other GCC countries. On the folding cartons, we started up in 2022. That's where we're trying to expand up in Saudi Arabia. We're looking for expansion in the second plant in Jeddah. Container board, we started up in Dubai. That's where our first geographical diversification happened. Now what we are looking at is to bring that expertise in Saudi Arabia. So to answer your question, there is a lot of scope into the packaging, and we are in corrugated, Dan. Dan, corrugated is one of the most sustainable packagings. Now, if you throw a corrugated carton on the ground, it would decompose in 4 weeks to 8 weeks in comparison to the other materials which could decompose in years, in 10, 20, 40, 50 years. Plus, our sustainability agenda is also very strong. We are 85% of the paper that we use is recycled. 98% of the waste we generate in the plants is sent back for recycling. And then 100% of the paper we manufacture in Dubai is also recycled.
Can I also ask you, just given the current macroeconomic situation, how exposed is the business to regional economic headwinds and changes in demand from consumer behavior, particularly as we see perhaps lower for longer oil prices starting to filter through, higher for longer interest rates as well? And of course, there's budget pressures in Saudi Arabia also becoming more and more evident now. What impact is that going to have on the business?
See, Saudi economy is a very resilient economy, and we have seen it over the years that it is a very, very resilient economy. Now, We are a part of the value chain that serves the food customers. We supply to, from dates to detergents to durables. Normally, this is not the sector which is hurt initially. So our sales are consistent to our customers, and our customer bases are very strong. We deal with the best of the domestic industry. We deal with the best of the multinationals. So that value chain itself is very resilient.